Hi everyone. Today I'm going to talk to you about arranged marriages in Pakistan. Some pros for arranged marriages are that Pakistani parents believe they can think better for their children's futures. The marriage is considered a union of two different families. Parents are assured that their child marries within their religious beliefs, find equality of the couples in the form of education, finances, and worldviews. The divorce rate in Pakistan is much lower than other countries, and they believe it's due to the arranged marriages. In 2016, in Pakistan, there were 10,000 divorces, and most of these marriages were from love marriages. So because of this, they believe that the arranged marriages have a much lower divorce rate. The biggest con is that the person getting married doesn't get to choose who they spend the rest of their life with. The future family of the girl has complete say in her life. And probably the biggest disadvantage that I see is that the percentage of girls who are forced to marry before age 18 in South Asia, which includes India and Pakistan, is 46.4%. This shows that the girls are marrying before they're ready. So the wedding ceremonies last 3 days. On each day, certain events take place that are unique to that particular day. These events are arranged in sequence for each day. These rituals are accompanied by symbols like the color of her dress, the adornment that she wears, and songs, lyrics of songs. These are symbolic and they're important for the couple who are going to be married, as well as for their family. Each ritual takes care of the social hierarchy and the relationships which exist between them. There are 5 major rituals that take place during the wedding celebration: the Dua-i-Khar, Bhutna ritual, Henna ritual, the Bharat day, and the day after wedding ritual. After finding a suitable match for a couple, the proposal acceptance ceremony takes place, the Dua-i-Khar. The wedding date is chosen and a prayer is offered for the happiness of the couple. The boy's father gives money according to his economic status to the girl as a token of agreement and honor for the bride. Usually this ceremony is performed in the absence of the bride and groom. However, they know what's going on in the meeting. During this meeting, certain expectations that define roles for the husband and wife are discussed between both families. The wedding ritual cycle starts with Bhutna, which is one of the series of transformative phases from which bride and groom pass through. It performs 2 functions. It enhances the girl's seclusion and transformation. Applying the Bhutna paste made of turmeric powder and mustard oil is a symbolic purification, and this is done to make her look more glowing and beautiful on her wedding day. The second function is that this is a ritual purification and seclusion that leads to this transformation from being an unmarried woman to a married woman. For the groom, he sits on a decorated chair, and his women relatives apply Bhutna paste to his face, which for him is more symbolic than for the purification. The henna ritual, like Bhutna, is also related to the beautifying of the bride in seclusion. Henna is applied on her hands and feet in order to change her identity. The bride's henna ceremony is usually more magnificent than that of the groom. For the bride, this is a rite of passage. It's more intense and emotional, and this is the process by which she turns from a girl into a woman and a wife, and then prepares herself for leaving her parents' home for her husband's home. Bharat Day is the ultimate event among all wedding day rituals. Usually the wedding ceremony takes place in the village of the bride, where all expenses during the ceremony are met by her parents. In the bride's home, the bride's maternal uncle plays an important role by initiating the ceremony. After taking money from her maternal uncle, she gets ready to don her bridal dress. After the bride is all dressed up, she is then brought onto the stage or center of the room and sits on a chair or sofa. Her face is covered with her dupatta. Traditionally, Punjab, Pakistan, bridal dress is a shalwar kameez of red color with other color combinations for interest. More colors are added to make it more beautiful. Beautiful designs of silver and golden threads and pearls and bangles are made on the shalwar kameez and dupatta for the bridal dress. She's heavily adorned with jewelry. After spending time in her new house, she is allowed to visit her natal home for the first time after her wedding. Her younger brother comes to her in-laws' house and asks their permission to retrieve his sister. If her brother does not come for her, she is not allowed to visit her natal home. Nobody from her in-laws will take her, as she is not allowed to visit alone for the first time after getting married. This is to symbolize that she is now dependent on her in-laws' family, and she is not a free bird as she used to be in her father's home. After staying for 1 or 2 days with her parents, her husband comes to visit and takes her back home. At his first visit, he is offered many gifts, which include gold rings, money, even a car. The bride will collect many gifts from her parents or her in-laws' home as a flow of gifts from the bride's side to the groom's. There have been some contradictory views about symbolic roles of these ceremonies, but still they're being practiced today due to their social demand on the people who are living in the community. Wedding ceremonies serve many purposes. First, they are symbolic in nature, as a couple is transformed from being unmarried to being married, passing through rituals by which their role changes from one to another. In this way, they become aware of their new obligations and rights and obtain approval for their new identity as husband and wife. Secondly, they reinforce ideologies and roles within the community from one generation to another. In this way, they maintain the social order in their community. And here are my references. I hope you enjoyed my presentation.